Alrighty, and episode 27. So, between this episode and the previous one, I set up the digital miner in hell. I set it up in the Twilight Forest for a little bit. Mostly trying to target uranium, but unfortunately couldn't find very much. And, well, not in hell at least. I found actually quite a bit of it in the Twilight Forest. It seems to be the best place to mine it, in the form of pitch blende. So, we got a bunch of pitch blende. It only really works in a grinder, so, we got it working in there. We'll go downstairs here, and let's see here. Yeah, we got our yellow right here, working through our grinder. And we've got a fair amount of pitch blende here. Once that gets tripled by the grinder, that will be a lot of stuff. So, it's not like I need to turn any eye back on. I'll just give it some garbage here to appease it and make it shut up. It's not like anything terribly important. But, we'll turn this off real fast. Keep forgetting that I have magnet mode on. Had that on for the, hello. Forget what I had that on for. But, yeah, these guys are annoying. Yeah, and I'm on fire. Well, let's see here. You're dead. So, yeah, this has a lot of meat in it. Don't really know what I'm going to be doing with that. I'll probably get this to start farming mob essence instead. Since, that thing doesn't consume any mob essence, it just consumes power. And by the time you see this, you'll see it on the video, that the yellow frequency for, see yellow right. That's, the laser drill, 0.21% chance, so pretty rare with the yellow focus. But we've got a lot of other crap, so it's always good. We can always use other crap. So, here we go, trophy. I love those trophies. It's really sad that the topaz and whatnot just don't do anything anymore. Like, if you're playing this, from this version on, then the old thing there doesn't really click with you. But it used to be that you could use the various biomes of plenty gems to kind of get to a cool little place called the Promised Land. And that was, you didn't really need to go there, and you could live without going there, but at the same time, it was just, a really cool place to hang out and, do things. It was just kind of there and fun. But unfortunately, it, for some reason, got removed. I think that might have been because it had some performance issues. But, that could have been fixed by just getting rid of some of the... Oh, cool. Firestone. Could have been fixed by just getting rid of some of the... Well, for lack of a better word, some of the dross that was in the mod. But yeah, it was it could have been really cool. And it was really cool. It was, some of you may remember a while back there was talk of basically kind of like a heaven in Minecraft, the Sky Dimension, or whatever the hell it was called. It was really cool, and I really liked the idea. It was kind of a nice, peaceful place to hang out. And that's what it was. But, again, for some reason, they decided to get rid of it. I'm not sure if it's ever going to come back or not. I really hope it does, because I really like that dimension, but you know. It's just sad to see stuff like that go, because, again, it was just really cool to have around. We're going to put the coal in there. Lapis can go in here. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't smelt into anything. And so can the quartz. Oh yeah, forgot to put the yellowite in there, genius. And the reason I'm putting the yellowite through here instead of through like a grindstone or something is because it actually triples the ore. The enrichment chamber can double it, and it would be faster, but this is just, you know, more. And more is good. More is definitely good. We're just gonna kind of... I guess we can't do it with that, can we? Oh well. Yeah, like I said, that used to be one of the cool little things about Biomes of Plenty was that, you know, you had an actual goal with the mod instead of just, you know, kind of dicking around. But alas, that goal is gone. As unfortunate as that is. Oh, are you on fast mode or something? Yes, you are. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, let's get out of this. The peridot, as you can see, is only really used for making blocks of peridot and the seeds and tools. Is that really usable for, well, anything else? I don't know, are the blocks usable for anything? Other than friggin' facades and making peridot? No. Yeah, you see, they used to be all useful and cool, but now they're just, whatever. They're just meh. It's just sad. Because I really like that dimension. They could have just gotten rid of the damned fairies and it would have been fine, but no. Apparently it was either fairies or nothing. So, yeah, having this in your inventory is kind of a bad idea. Because it tends to light things on fire. Like as you're seeing right the hell there. And there. So yeah, we're gonna put that in the chest here. Thankfully, I don't think I have much in here that's like actually flammable, so not much of a threat. But still, if nothing else, it's friggin' annoying. So, excuse me. I think we may actually need to go the magical crops route for fueling our thing. It's just the laser drill is great, and it generates a lot of, you know, useful shit. It's just not the useful shit that we need, which, you know, kind of a pain in the ass. But, you know, what can you do? And again, it may also have to do with the fact that this thing is an absolutely ludicrously large buffer. And it's only at about, I think, like 2.3% full. But still, you know, once that thing gets full, we're going to be able to run pretty much anything. So, actually, we're going to do a couple of things. I need to prepare a few things, so I'll be back when that is done. Alrighty, I return. We are going to make our tree farm just a little bit more efficient. In terms of, you know, not just kind of randomly dropping shit on the ground. How exactly are we going to do that? Well, I shall reveal that once we get up here. Do 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 do. And holy shit, we've got a lot of jungly jungle wood and vines. So as you can see, we've got a few stray saplings, And that's not something we want. So I'm going to use the metadata, but ignore whitelist. And we're going to put an advanced item collector on top of this thing. We're going to put the filter in there. Y radius doesn't really matter. What we need is to max out these two, the X and the Z radius. So as you can see, once we drop a jungle sapling, bam! It's picked up by that. It's sent to this, to the chest, which is then sent to the other things and all that crap. So let's grow ourselves a bunch of trees here. And so that way, any stray saplings that we find will end up where they belong. And this thing isn't running fast enough, actually. I thought it would have, but apparently it's not. It is, however, generating a reasonable amount of experience, which is good. But we need to, like, double this thing's friggin' temperature. I have an idea on how to do that, actually. And it basically requires us, kind of spamming things a bit. Not that that's a problem. We don't mind spamming things. Actually, let's click this and set the Y radius to max too. Why not? Since it's only ever going to pick up jungle saplings anyway, it doesn't really matter what its radius is. So, I can plop it down right there and it'll pick it up. Ow! Damn tree. Anywho, we're going to make this faster. I think that's going to be our next order of business. And I like that my jetpack tries to keep me safe. That makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. I'm not sure if I can... I wonder if I can use the vines in the biofuel making thingies. Because if I can, that would actually save a lot of work. I have to look into that. Yeah, there we go. But making this faster, yes. We're going to need a CVT and some belts. Let's just grab a half stack of them. And we're going to use a similar setup to what we used here with the blast furnace, which is just two AC engines junctioned together with a 2-to-1 gearbox. Since the CVTs are, perma-lubed, we only need, we don't need to worry about any of that. So, do I have a spare AC engine? I do not. Do I have a spare magnetized shaft core? Yes, I do. Excellent. Well, let's get that. Let's get some red alloy wire. And let's make ourselves the components for an AC electric engine, shall we? Gonna need us a gold coil. Shaft base panels. We're running low on steel shafts. 2 base panels. A redstone. Gonna need 4 gold as well. There, get that. A redstone. And that should be it for what we need there. Did I need something else? I don't think so. Ah, yes. Yes, I do need something else. Do I have a spare? Great. I have a spare shaft junction. Good, 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 good. Now, I think you can actually upgrade the shaft junctions, but I can't for the life of me remember how. I'm not sure if you upgrade them by, giving them bedrock gears or, a shaft or something, but we can experiment with that a bit later. So we're going to fly all the way up here. Get this thing working a bit faster and a bit more efficiently. So we're going to break that. Going to break this. There we go. We're going to get out our screwdriver. There she is. We're going to put the CVT here. Shaft junction there. Rotated like this. That works. Going to get 2 to 1. I think it's speed that we need to work on. It's usually speed. So we're going to get that and that. Put that in there, and we'll get 2 of that. And there we go. This should get it up to a nice high temperature. And the higher temperature this thing gets to, the faster it will operate. So, you know, and I think vanilla furnaces melt at 2,000 degrees Celsius, so getting it up to around 1,000 won't hurt anything very much. Let's see, 998 and 1,000. Excellent. So yeah, this thing's getting hot. That's exactly what we want. We want it getting hot. So that way it can work faster, therefore making more charcoal, making things more efficient. So, on our little island of things, we're gonna run a little experiment. We got ourselves a bioreactor. This is where the biofuel is stored. I think it can only hold about 4 buckets of biofuel total. This is a 8-bucket buffer for biofuel. And efficiency is determined by how many different things you put in here. So if you have, like, say, if you put, like, saplings, and I know ink sacks work as well. So if you have, like, 3 different things, it works faster and is therefore more efficient. But, you know, if you just got one thing, then it doesn't really matter too terrible much. And vines do not work. Well, damn. Well, you know what? Let's just kind of use them for decoration, because I think they look cool. And I grabbed a stack of them anyway. I don't want to put them back in there because I'm lazy. So we're going to have to wait for the saplings. Speaking of which, I could probably speed that up by going to a jungle and just taking my bedrock axe to it. In fact, I think I know where a jungle might be, because I think I've been to a jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Why are you not gathering experience like you're supposed to? Work faster, damn you. Ooh. Ooh, shit. I'm not about to die. Come on, I'm too good for dying. And so, let's see here. Let's check and see how much plutonium we've got. I always call it plutonium, but... well, just look at the ore dictionary name. It's plutonium. And plutonium is good. I like plutonium. So, I'm gonna go down here. Store this. I'm gonna get this in there. And make a few other preparations and whatnot, and I shall return shortly. There we go. You may be wondering why I'm in this menu here every time I have to pause videos, because F9 shows chunk boundaries, and Alt F9 is my recording hotkey, and I'm too lazy to rebind it. So, yeah. That's basically, you know, the long and short of it. I'm lazy. So, yeah. I'm gonna gather up our bedrock dust, because we need to. I don't know if there's a way to automate that or not. There probably is, and I just am not aware of it. Also, holy crap, this thing gets a large variety of shit. I'm not really gathering these things for any real purpose right now, so I'll just kind of let them chill for a bit. Ow. Stop being a douche. Thank you, Slaughterhouse. You are greatly helpful. So, what are we going to do? Well, I am going to go to a nice little place I found. At least I think I found it. I should have, yes. A little place called a jungle. Yes, we gonna go to the jungle. Unfortunately, we're not there for fun and games. Well, depends on if you think taking down most of a forest is fun. I think it's fun. I know some people don't like it. They think it's bad. Personally, this is Minecraft. I don't care. Let's see here. Jungle is the purple one. Purple one is that direction. Okay. So, I think it's actually rather far away. So, not to bore you guys too much, I'll cut it here and return when I have hit the jungle. And here we are! Das Jungle. To gather the jungly saplings to help things along with our little tree farm, get a bunch more wood, and maybe some cocoa beans. Because we can also use those for, you know, the things. The good things with the biofuel. This is sludge. This is a bad thing to step in, and I'm going to show you why. Ow. Weakness, weather, nausea, and I hate nausea. It's literally the worst potion effect ever. Like, it makes me dizzy. It really makes me dizzy. Ooh. You gonna stop being a dick? Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for not being a dick. And I think the random ink sacs I get with magnet mode on aren't from squid dying. That I think there's a mod that makes them shed things, which is honestly kind of disconcerting in and of itself. But you know, add into the fact that they're shedding ink sacs, which doesn't really make sense. But you know, whatever works. That's whatever. Free, easy ink sacs. I won't complain too much, I guess, even if it doesn't really make sense. And the same thing also goes for like chickens, I think, and they drop feathers. Pigs do not drop bacon, which, you know, when I found that out, I was kind of disappointed, because I thought that would be fun, but apparently some people disagree, which, you know, they're allowed to, I guess. Yeah, I like this thing. I love my little bedrock axe. It makes life so much easier. The hell did I just hear? I could have sworn I just heard something. Old man, I think you're getting a bit paranoid. Getting. That's funny. I've always been paranoid. What the hell is this? Paper bark? So if I break it, do I get paper? Oh, I suppose I'll find out once I get this done. Let's experiment. What does this... Wow, this does not break for shit. Or at all. Oh. Yeah, I actually do get paper. The hell? It's a paper dropping tree. That is certainly something. That is most certainly something. And I think that's Pam's, isn't it? Yes, it is. Harvestcraft. Strange little things that mod adds, I swear. And they're not necessarily bad things, they're just kind of weird. Oh, hey, amaranth. I like amaranth, actually, because it's purple. And that happens to be my favorite color. I know, I'm a guy that likes purple. Drown me. And that's a lot of wood. That is a lot of wood. Not that many saplings, though. I distinctly remember these things dropping a lot more saplings than they do. You know, it seems like this, there's a certain mod I miss. And I realize that rhymed or whatever. And there's a certain mod that I miss that made tree farming and all this, like, a lot simpler. And that was Powercraft. I'm not sure exactly what's become of it, or what. What the hell was that? But, you know, it had this little thing. It was a laser, basically, and it would knock down trees for you. It was basically able to farm multiple kinds of things, and it was really handy to have around if you wanted to farm lots of trees and crap without, and also lots of saplings, without having to bother with, you know, lots of weird setups and crap. It's just, it was a simple set and forget kind of thing, and I liked that. It was just, you know, you want the drops, place this thing down, give it a signal, and it works. Some people might call that ridiculously overpowered. I call that simple. And you know what? In many cases, simplicity is good. You know, I'm actually reasonably good with code. I could probably find the SVN where that was stored, and, you know, just kind of poured it on my own time. It's not like I'm really terribly pressed for it, other than, like, school. So theoretically, I could just get up off my ass and do it myself. Granted, it might be a pain in said ass, but, you know, so is everything else. And I do most terribly apologize if my rambling annoys people, but I find LPs that are just, you know, guys sitting there silently playing a game to be kind of boring. I like them to actually bother doing things. And, like, you know, playing the effing game and, you know, talking about it. And at least acting like they're having fun. Because otherwise it's just like, what the hell's the point if you're not going to have fun with it? You know, why are you doing it when you... Like, I can understand talking over, you know, over cutscenes and crap like that, but things like Minecraft and whatnot, you know, there's no cutscenes to talk over. There's nothing really, you know, that you could interrupt by narrating a little bit. And it kind of breaks up the monotony of things, which is good. Because that is one of the unfortunate things about Minecraft. It can be a little bit monotonous. Especially when you're like me and you're mostly playing alone, so, you know. Yeah. It's just, you know, it breaks up the whole thing, makes it, at least to me, more interesting. You know, I'm talking like I have a goddamn audience. Well, you know, I figure if time does come when I do have an audience, they may be watching this and kind of see how I started. But yeah, anywho, little Powercraft thing. I could feasibly just kind of find a way to port that myself. It's not like I don't have the talent and ability to do so. It is most certainly possible. I know that. You know, those of you who are watching, those of you who are paying attention to the things I do and the things I say, and those of you who remember Powercraft, would you like to see it come back? I would. I really, really would. Because, yeah, it might have been more than a little overpowered, but you know what? Sometimes a little overpowered is good, or at least fun. And that's mostly what I'm about. A game can have all the challenge and, you know, all the hardcoreness it wants, but if it's not fun, it's not worth the hard drive space. At least if you ask me. And it's the same philosophy I have with mods, you know. If a mod isn't fun, it doesn't matter how challenging it is. What the hell? I don't understand what this is. But that is not grass. That is definitely not effing grass. That's a cross. That's a big creepy cross. But anywho, yeah, that's basically my my philosophy with Minecraft mods as well. It doesn't matter how challenging or involved the mods are. If they aren't interesting or fun to play, then they aren't worth wasting the space. So yeah, I do tend to like somewhat overpowered mods by some people's standards, but honestly, if they're fun, that's all that matters. I like to enjoy the games that I play. And I've been sticking around with Minecraft for a long time, specifically because I do find it fun. And holy shit. Whoa. That was a thing. That was a thing that hurt a lot. Alright. Well, I think that about does it for, gathering wood and other things. So I shall return when I get home. And I return home. And home is laggy. Why wouldn't it be? You know, thinking on it, the amaranth trees might actually be better for, getting saplings in the jungles. They seem to drop more saplings per tree than the jungle trees, even the big ones. That might be a nice plan for the future. Besides which, again, I like how the amaranth wood looks. It's all nice and purpley. And purple is good. And there's also fewer vines, which, while great for fertilizer, is kind of a pain to deal with. So I may just do that. How much power? How much fuel have you got? Not much. Not much. This thing does tend to run through fuel rather quickly, but yeah, it's worth it. It really, really is worth it. We're going to turn this off. We're going to fly up here, go to our planter, and not place oak saplings in it, but instead jungly saplings. Jungle, 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 oak, sort. Jungle, 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 jungle. There we go. That's cool. I like that. But yeah, a demonstration of how this thing operates. Let's get some cocoa beans, because I know those work with it. Put it in there, it consumes it. and it drains from the buffer and makes biofuel. Not terribly much of it, apparently. But yeah, biofuel, you can use that to fabricate ethanol, which is good. Actually, instead of this, I might set up a coca bean farm, but that's kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. Because I think the only thing that can do that is forestry. I'm not sure if rotary craft can do it or not. They might. It might. I mean, this is rotary craft we're talking about. It's not exactly known for being, you know, easy, but certainly known for doing a lot of shit. A lot more than you would expect. You know what? Those are clouds over there. I wonder what those... Yeah, they're solid. What can I use them for? Saves you when you fall. Well, ain't that convenient. But also interesting. They're not like the ash clouds in hell that you can use to make sulfur, gunpowder, coal. So, I think that might actually be pretty much it for this episode. Because I'm going to have to be doing a lot of work for this thing. I will be inputting my things into my other thing. I shall be looking into whether or not rotary craft can be converted to a coca bean farm. And if so, then that would be a lot more efficient than the current thing I have set up. Because cocoa beans grow really quickly. They grow like friggin' weeds. And you get a lot of them, which, you know, is what we want. We want a lot of materials really fast. We wouldn't get any of the cool charcoal or anything. But, you know, the sacrifices you have to make. And besides which, we're mostly interested in the ethanol anyway. So, let me put my crap into my other crap. I know I could put this in the barrel, but I want to save barrel space in there, and besides, it's always good to have a nice, healthy supply of wood. In case you ever want to, you know, build something, or you need to make a bunch of charcoal, or, you know, all of the useful things you can do with wood. So yeah, coca beans. They may very well be the savior of our little build. While tree farm is most certainly nice, coca beans are nicer. Because they give us more of what we both want and need. With the ethanol up there, actually, thinking on it, I could use that altitude to my advantage for many other things. A refrigeration unit, for example, which I can use to make liquid nitrogen, which I can also use to run the various converter engines, like RF to shaft power and things like that. So that little area up there might prove to be more useful to us than originally anticipated, which is definitely a good thing. Got more uranium. So, you know, I keep saying I'm gonna sign off and then I never do. But, okay, there's no uranium in there. Are you actually working or are you just dicking around? Okay, you're actually working. So, I'm gonna go upstairs, refill this thing, and then actually sign off. Because I need to. Because I got shit that needs doing. And it's almost lunchtime. And I don't want to skip that because, as attractive as it sounds, sometimes skipping meals is not a good thing. So, since I have done what I have said, this is me signing off on episode 26. Catch me next time when I do more things, and I don't know, maybe explode some people, or make the damned reactor actually work. So, yeah. Stay tuned, people. And have fun.